Welcome to Trackish, presented by Brooks. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Potable, and we are here to talk to the biggest and best high school track and field athletes and share their personalities. This week, we have a bonus episode from our time when we were up in Brooks HQ in Seattle, Washington. We just got done talking with Brian Burns, who had an excellent interview with us talking about his great cross-country season where he finished top 20 at NXN and top 20 at Brooks XC. Just an amazing season overall, and we got to also talk about some of his plans, goals, ambitions for his 2026 indoor and outdoor track and field season. He's really close to getting one of those right now, and he may be the first boy of the high school season to break 4 minutes in the mile. Just look at his past 4-mile races already. He ran 4:04 on January 24th, and then on February 14th, he ran 4:02. February 20th, he ran 4:01. And February 22nd, he ran 4:38. Brian Burns is right there. Just like his brother, he wants to break the 4-minute barrier. It was a great conversation that we had with Brian. He discussed in length about what he wants to do this season, how much it would mean to him, and really just how great it would be as a springboard into UNC this fall. Without further ado, let's get into the interview with the Brian Burns. We're here with Brian Burns here at the high school NIL Summit for Brooks, man. It's been an incredible season. I'm glad that you're joining me on track as you got this talk the week before at Brooks XC, and you've had just an astounding really just month. A lot of travel miles have been stacked from going to NXR, then going to NXN, then going to Brooks XC, and now being here in just Seattle. How are you just enjoying cross-country season being over to start things off?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a really fun season, a really fun last stretch with all the championship races and stuff, and all the travel, seeing new places, meeting new people was really cool, really fun. But I think it's nice to be over now and kind of take a break a little bit, get back into kind of that training mode, really start stacking some weeks and get ready for indoors. And I think, you probably should say I'm a bit more of a track guy, and maybe I changed that a little bit this year on cross country. But I think I'm just really excited to get back on the track, and I think my heart is really with the mile and the 8, and and hopefully some 2 miles this year too. But I think it's just so fun to get out there and rip on the track. So I'm really looking forward to getting back indoors out and just getting ready to just rip on the track and having some fun. So
I'm curious, just with all that traveling, all that championship racing, what did you learn about yourself being able to put yourself in position and to finish top 20 at NXN and Brooks XC?
Yeah, I think it's really important to be able to manage that kind of travel and stuff. I think something that some people can get kind of tripped up with, and when you're going 4 weeks in a row like that, or 3 weeks or whatever it is, and kind of did it at the tail end of track last year too. I think it's a lot, and mentally and physically. I even threw in some extra travel. I went up to Columbia to watch my brother run NCAAs, so NCAAs up there, and so I was even an extra 10 hours of travel. And as soon as I got home from that, I turned around the next day and drove 8 hours down to College Station to run NXR. So it was 18 hours of travel in the, in the 24 hours leading up to that race or whatever it was. So it was pretty crazy, but I think being able to manage that is really important part of the sport, and it's going to help me a lot, moving forward, going into college. You don't start traveling less; it's just going to get even more crazy. So I think that's really, really good, really important, and it's been really fun too. So learning how to manage that, I think, is going to take me a long way.
And you get to have just super cool experiences, especially this weekend, being here, Brooks HQ. I know tomorrow we're going to be able to see kind of the meetings, some of the tech, and just all the great shoes and things that you guys got over this past weekend. Just how's it been just hanging out in Seattle, and what's the biggest takeaway so far?
It's been really cool, really fun experience, and I was here last year for Brooks PR, but it's really cool just to see everything and all the new gear. I think it all turned out really well, especially the kits. I like the kits a lot. So I think that piece is really cool. Being able to come out here with the rest of the crew as well, kind of get to know them a little bit better, spend some time with them, and do some really good media, film some fun stuff. I think it's going to turn out really well, and it's just a super, super good experience, and super excited to be out here.
And track is going to be amazing. That's what we're all kicking off for. It's going to be a heck of a ride, especially for you going into your senior year. Last year was amazing, being able to run 149, run a 4:02.16 and a 4:04. mile. I think 32 or 2 mile maybe on the horizon senior year. But kind of just take me through, like, what would a perfect season look like for you this senior year?
I think it starts up pretty soon here in indoors. Got some really big goals, and I think the first order of business, really the main goal for indoors is going sub-4 in the mile. I think that'd be a really prestigious group of people to join right there, if you can go sub-4 indoors in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what we're gearing towards right now. I'm getting back my first couple days back this weekend, so just kind of getting back into things. Took a few days off after cross country. Nothing too crazy, but just kind of wanted to reset, a little bit mentally and physically. And from here, for the next month is just getting ready for that. And I think we're going to take the first crack at it at New Balance Grand Prix in late January. So whether I'll be ready by then or not, I don't know. I would hope so, but it's really tough. It's not something you can just be like, I'm going to go try to run sub-4. Like there's a reason why it's such a coveted, thing, and it's tough. So I don't know. We'll see. I think either way, it'd be a good first race to kind of get a feel for that pace again and, feel for the mile. It's a challenging race. And then, we got there. I think we'll have a couple other opportunities too throughout. And then probably look at going to, I'm not sure which one yet, but one of the national championships indoor. Go try to come away with the national title. I think be really fun. Go stack up against the best in the country, see what I can do. And then, transitioning outdoors, I think, probably kind of regroup a little bit after the whatever national meet I do indoors, and then I think eyes are gonna be set on Arcadia to kick off the outdoor season. Want to try to get a good 3,200 under my belt, and I think that'd be I haven't run many 32s, but I think coming off a good cross season, having the mile credentials, I think a big 32 is probably in the cards. So I'm excited to go take a crack at that, and then. After that, I'm not entirely sure. Probably depends on how indoor goes to see where I'm going to set, my outdoor goals. But, I think just trying to win races and run fast is, I'm just really cap off the high school career on a good note and set myself up well for the transition to North Carolina. So. Yeah.
UNC, that's going to be a great place to be. Yeah. But even before you get there, you may be able to make some really big history by breaking 4. I believe you and your brother will be the first siblings to ever be under 4 minutes. Like, what would that mean to you and just to the Burns family? You feel like if y'all could have 2 people to say, like, we broke 4 minutes in high school?
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Like, really just a dream come true, honestly, to be able to say that. And there's been a lot of really good families, really good, kind of sibling squads or duos coming through. So I think the fact that none of them have done it just kind of attests how hard it is to do. And so I think if I can do it and we can become the first brothers to do it, I think that'd be really cool, because it's it's not easy, and it'd be a really cool piece of history to own for our family, I think. And I don't think it's going to stop with me. We got 2 more coming up. Sean's he's had a really good first year and a half in high school, so who knows? It could be 3, it could be 4. But I want to do my part, my part, the family, and keep it rolling. So hopefully set them up to keep the number growing, but.
Where does the love for running in your family come from? But not even just that, just even the competition. I know we were talking yesterday, like, man, if I wasn't running, I'd be a basketball player. So, like, where does the competition just, like, come from, you feel?
Yeah, I think we're just kind of a competitive family, a sports family through and through. And both my parents ran collegiately at the D1 level, and my dad's been a coach for as long as I've been around. So really just kind of growing up around sports and, from a young age being in all the sports. And really, I didn't start running until middle school, so I was more of played baseball, basketball, a little bit dabbled in some football, throughout my kind of younger years, and so I think just having that kind of athletic, background and from there, and I think also having so many like brothers and siblings, around me, like we're always kind of competing a little bit, in the house. It's mini basketball or whatever, playing in the yard. I think just having that kind of connection and kind of develops that competitive side a little bit growing up, and it's been I think that.
Before you get out of here, I am curious, just like, what makes this sport fun for you, and especially with your family, with your teammates, all that you do, what makes this sport fun?
Yeah, I think this sport is really unique in the sense that it's individual. Inside of a team, you're also an individual, and I think kind of, being able to run for your team, but also for yourself, and being able to push yourself, like seeing how far you can take it. And I think it's unlike really any other sports, like, how many points can I score in a game? Here it's, it's how fast can I go? And like, there's such clear like boundaries and clear like goals that you can set and to go achieve, and such clear kind of like standards and levels to the sport. Like breaking 4 is something that's really prestigious, and like there's nothing. I don't think there's anything like that in other sports. I think that's just such a cool part of the sport, and then really just the atmosphere and the people in the sport. I think it's like no other that I've been a part of. Is just such a good atmosphere and community, and it's really really fun sport to be a part of. And there's always more. You can always looking up to something else. It's like in middle school I was trying to break 5, and now I'm here in the similar position, but I'm trying to break 4 here in the next couple months. So it's really cool. It just keeps coming full circle every day, I feel like, and and sometimes you get ahead of yourself. And like even coming into cross country this year, I didn't even have goals of trying to be top 20 at the national meet. I think my biggest goal was just making the national meet, and then I'm towing the line at Brooks, and I'm like, I want to go get top 5. I want to go win. And going into the season, that was nowhere near on the radar. So I think sometimes you get caught up in like in the moment, and you just want more and more and more. But it's really cool to just look back and see how far you've come, and and knowing how much further you have in the sport. And there's the ceilings unlimited. There's no ceilings. So.
There you go. Well, best of luck this season, man. It's gonna be really fun, and continue just enjoying your weekend in Seattle.
Yeah, thank you. It's been awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it.